He said the word so casually, trash, like he was brushing lint off his perfect suit. The guests chuckled right on cue, champagne glasses tapping together like background noise. My parents didn't react at all. Not even a flicker in my mom's eyes. She just stared past me, like I was some shadow blocking the view of the child she actually came to celebrate. I wiped the spit off my cheek. Daniel, my brother-in-law, gave me that smug, heavy-lidded smile men wear when they think the whole world belongs to them, and everyone else is just furniture. I didn't yell. I didn't warn him. I just pulled out my phone and said, "Cancel the $990 million deal." Quiet enough that maybe 10 people heard me. But silence spreads fast. The music cut off mid-beat. A glass shattered somewhere behind me. That was the moment everything started to fall apart, just not for me. I hadn't always hated him. That came later. When my sister first brought Daniel home, he shook my hand with both of his like he meant it warm. Eager, almost too eager. He acted like he genuinely wanted to join the family. He asked about my work, hung onto every detail with overdone interest. Even joked about learning from someone so sharp, I should have recognized the performance. People who praise that much usually want something. Still, I let him in. I trusted him. He was marrying my sister. Why would he ever try to hurt me? Turns out he had plenty of reasons. The shift was slow, a late reply here, a tight jaw there. Then came the questions about my company, my investors, my contracts, my patents. At first, I thought he was just curious, trying to understand what I did. But then I noticed a second phone. Not his work phone. Not his personal phone. Another one he hid in his car's glove box. And the night I followed him slow, careful. No headlights, I watched him meet with our biggest competitor. The handshake, the folder he passed over, the grin when they paid him. That told me everything. I didn't confront him. I didn't tell my sister. I didn't explode. I just shifted. If he wanted to play power games, he should have checked who wrote the rules. I started with silence. Silence rattles people more than threats. I tightened access to information he didn't even know I controlled. I took his name off anything involving numbers or contracts. I renegotiated deals behind closed doors. I built walls he couldn't see. And then, calmly, quietly, I set the trap, a partnership his company needed desperately. The deal their board had been begging him to land. Something he bragged to my sister about for months. Something he thought would make him look like the brilliant provider. The $990 million deal. Only one signature was needed, and it wasn't his. It was mine. So I waited for the perfect moment to yank the leash. That moment came at my sister's celebration party. He was already drunk on applause, money, and the fantasy that I was beneath him, that he'd beaten me. "Trash," he said, poking a finger at me like I was hired help. My parents did nothing. Of course they didn't. To them, I'd always been the quiet one, the average one. The kid who made money but not noise. They didn't understand silence can cut deeper than yelling. So when I said, "Cancel the $990 million deal," the whole room froze. Those words were a bomb. Daniel laughed first, short, shaky. "You don't have that kind of authority." I looked up at him. "I own the company offering you the deal." His face drained. No, your company acquired theirs last quarter. It was public. You didn't notice because you were too busy selling my blueprints behind my back. My sister snapped her head toward him. "What?" He started sweating before she could even finish the word. I handed her the folder, screenshots, dates, payments, photos from the night he thought he was being sneaky. She covered her mouth. He lunged at me, but 2 of his own executives caught him. They'd already received their termination notices. That was step 1. Step 2 was the announcement I made to everyone there, effective immediately. Daniel Harper is banned from all negotiations with any of my companies or affiliates. Everything documented here will be sent to the board, law enforcement, and the press. Gasps. Camera flashes, whispers slicing through the room. He collapsed into a chair. I didn't look at my parents. I didn't have to. Their silence was predictable. Now, hours later, I'm sitting alone in my apartment overlooking the city. No guilt, no shaking hands. Just clarity. People think revenge is loud fire, rage, chaos. But real revenge? It's quiet, clean, surgical. One phone call at the right moment can end an entire empire. Daniel built his power on lies. I ended it with the truth.